Every episode's a journey, let the truth unfold. Real talk from the heart, never scripted, never cold. We speak light, speak love, elevate the game. Every word hits different when it comes from the flame. Turn it up, tune in, let the story unlock. It's your boy Mike here, welcome to the pod, non-stop with. Yeah. Yes, sir. One life, one mic, one moment to speak. Real conversations, listen deep. Different stories, different views. Understanding changes the truth.
It's the truth.
This ain't about being right, it's about being real.
Welcome to One Life. Real. This is how we heal. What's up, everybody?
That was so fun.
Hey, you know what? I'm actually keep that.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the One Life podcast, where real conversations meet real life, and this is real life.
That's real life.
I mess up, whatever. And purpose is always part of the process. It's your boy Mike, M to the I to the C to the read.
And I am Haley Payne.
And today we got a special conversation lined up. We're talking about something that's shaping how we move, how we think, and even see ourselves. Validation versus purpose. Because let's be real, we live in a world where everything is measured. Likes, views, comments, attention. And everywhere along the way, we're started confusing being seen with actually being fulfilled. So my question is, are we chasing purpose or are we chasing approval? And even deeper than that, if nobody clapped for you when you was doing it, would you still be doing it?
That's deep.
Yeah. So let's get into it. What is validation? Purpose. I mean, you gotta be like, let's be honest about it. Ever since social media kind of took over our lives, right? I really do feel like most people are chasing approval.
Well, I don't think it's since social media entered our lives. I think people have been chasing approval for a long time, but exactly what you just said, now we can measure it in real time.
Right.
Because usually, I mean, in my experience from leading people, from building teams, people are motivated by a few different things, but usually the top two are money and validation.
Right.
And so you have to know, like, when you're leading people, what drives them. And I think that validation has been there for a long time. And most people do get that from work. But yeah, you could just put your whole life on social media and count your likes and see how many people, like literally how many people like it.
Well, that's true, right? But so let's talk about just that part right there, because you talked about it because of social media is measured now, right?
Yeah.
So because like I've been in entertainment all my life, right? So I've seen the difference. Like I remember back in the day before social media, TV show, you will create a TV show and networks would buy like 13 episodes. That was like standard, right? Now it's maybe it could be anywhere from 4 episodes to 8 episodes, right? And everything is streamed. So it's really no more networks no more. I mean, it's networks, but
it's different.
It's not like, it's different. And if you think about this, you're only getting one, if you're lucky, 2 seasons of anything. Right? Because everything is streamed.
Right.
Because they are measuring it by social media. How many streams they get.
Yeah.
So that's what they're measuring it by the streams. How many streams, how many views they get. So it's not like back in the day where you had, like I can count how many hit shows there was back in the day on your hands.
And they're all on Friday night.
Right.
TGIF.
You knew every Tuesday this came on. Every
Right.
Wednesday, every Friday this came on.
But we're oversaturated with
Yeah.
information just by having the internet in the palm of our hands,
Right.
and by streaming,
Yeah.
because you can just watch anything, and there's just so many shows. There's
So
so
many.
many things. Not just the shows too. It's like I could just be scrolling on Instagram, watching short clips of reels. That's taking away from network shows also.
It is. YouTube took over. Like people watch everything on YouTube now.
Yep.
Like, we just literally watch something on YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
And it's funny because we got a big old TV right here. We could just turn it on TV. But yet we went to our computer and we watched it on YouTube.
Yes.
How funny is that?
Right. Yeah. Because we know we can get it right there.
Yeah, it's instant, right? But the same in music. it used to be back in the day where, you know, somebody put out a record and they knew how many spins they got or what, or when they went gold or platinum. Now it's so hard to even measure that, because like even like a couple of years ago, Snoop made this argument about how on the streaming platforms like Spotify, he was getting billions of streams, but he wasn't getting paid for that. Like the
always
money
wonder
didn't
about
match,
that.
like the math didn't math.
Did they fix it since then?
No.
'Cause,
And
yeah,
that's
I always
why-
wonder about that, because
that-
we used to buy albums,
Yeah,
like before we could stream things,
right. So you
and
can,
now
you can
you just how are people getting paid?
well, that's the argument now.
Yeah,
You can't really measure it. I mean, you can see the streams, but it's like they haven't figured out how to calculate the streams into money.
that's absurd to me.
I know.
What
it
are we
is. It's
doing?
crazy. It's crazy. But this is why a lot of songs, and I'm gonna take Jay-Z for example, right? Because so Jay-Z wasn't a big fan of streaming. He would only put certain songs on Apple or whatever. But not only that, because he also had his own streaming platform, Tidal, and that's why he created Tidal. And he actually created Tidal with people like Prince in mind, because Prince has been one of the biggest artists in the forefront of telling people, hey, create your own record deals, do your own music, and
that's cool.
do everything yourself.
Yeah.
Like you don't need, the record labels and all that. So when he created Tidal, Prince actually jumped along with him, because Tidal was created for the artists so they can get the bulk of the money. But yeah, so they haven't figured it out. It's crazy because anybody can put a record out. Like for instance, I dropped a
You
record
just did.
a couple of months ago called
Yeah.
"This Is My Why." It's on all platforms, but anybody can do it. Like I didn't have a record label. I mean, I had my own record label, but I didn't have a record company.
The point is, you
or
don't need
anything.
one.
You don't need
Like
one.
literally anyone could do it.
We literally can make a record right now, and I think it's 3 to 7 days where it'll be on Apple. So again, oversaturated. We have so much music out there.
Yeah. But I
So-
think that's why you do have to be intentional with what is your purpose and what you're doing, because like you're saying, anybody can go on and do a podcast. Anybody can be an influencer. We all have the power in the palm of our hand. It's
Right.
wild. I just started selling on TikTok for my business, and I didn't even have a TikTok to begin with.
No.
I don't even know how to TikTok, but I started one for Desert Beauty, and I integrated my website. There's like a plugin that you can do. I've been watching all these YouTube videos, try to figure it out. But I'm on TikTok Shop now, and I'm selling stuff, and I'm not even trying. I don't even have videos.
That's crazy.
I know.
I used to shop on TikTok. I'm gonna be honest with you,
A lot of people do.
and I just got scammed like a couple of months ago.
Oh, shoot. Well,
It was
not
only
if you
$40,
buy from me.
but I think it was $35. But I got scammed, and I was a little upset because a lot of stuff I did buy off TikTok. When I was like, oh, this is cool because it was cheap, it was cool.
Yeah.
But then once I got scammed, I was like, see, I don't trust it now. I think it's, and I know I'm exaggerating a little bit. I do trust it, but now I'm more aware of the scam process. Like what's
Yeah.
real and what's
Right.
not. Like you have to really know what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's life.
yeah, well, yeah.
You got to know. But my point is that anybody can go on TikTok
Yeah.
and you can just create your own TikTok shop and you can sell on there. I mean, there's a lot of steps to entry to figure it out.
Right.
But that's with anything, with social media, with YouTube. Like you can just start recording.
But I mean, right, and that's it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. So you have to be intentional with what is
Yeah.
your purpose. So for your podcast, for example, like you have a very distinct purpose of why you're doing
Yeah.
this podcast, and you stick to that, and you're
Right.
authentic to that. And same thing with me, with my business, Desert Beauty. Like my whole purpose is to bring beauty into people's lives. And I do that through the medium of selling accessories and clothing.
Right.
But the point is that it makes people feel beautiful. Like
Right.
that is the whole purpose. So when you want to get into social media, you want to get into maybe like finding some platform to represent yourself, you have to know what is your purpose and be very intentional with that.
Right.
That's how you stay on track.
No,
and stay authentic to you.
Absolutely. And but I was saying like earlier that I think most people, I guess for me, because I'm part of the whole like entertainment circle, I look at, even like when we watch movies and TV shows, right? It's hard for me not to look at the mistakes and look at the,
You
the
know
purpose.
too much.
I know a lot, right?
Yeah.
So now that like when I'm on social media, like most of these influencers and stuff, they're doing it for likes.
Yeah.
So they don't have, it's not for validation. They don't really have a purpose on doing it, but for likes. And so
that's not sustainable.
it's not sustainable.
And
Absolutely.
it's not healthy. It's good to know that as the consumer too, of what you're watching. Because sometimes you could be following someone for a while and they shift their platform and they're not doing things that are authentic to them anymore.
Right.
And I'm sure that's really difficult because you have people approaching you with sponsorship deals and the money talks, and then you kind of want to shift what matters to you.
And and the bad part about that is, and I just started noticing this like a couple of years ago, because there was like a couple of influencers that committed suicide, and when I looked into their stories, and like they was in like deep depression, but then they got on social media, they built up this big influence because they was telling their story,
Right.
which is great. You brought awareness,
You bring community.
but what the truth of it was that it didn't heal them,
yeah.
right? Because they still committed suicide. They died by suicide, I should say. So it wasn't nothing healing about it. And I don't know if anybody like approached them about that or taught them that, but that's where it kind of like went left field.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. So, I mean, I get, and you see it like a lot of influencers that like do dumb stuff, right? Like, I'm all for like independence and doing things, creating things on your own and you controlling everything, right? Like, I love that. But someone really needs to like teach these kids, like, okay, this is it could be a profitable, sustainable business, but I don't think most of them are running it like that. Because if you look on like TMZ, right?
Is
like
that still a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I look at TMZ all the time.
wow.
I need to check TMZ on social media. Just on like,
Wow.
on yeah. So if you look at like their top stories,
Uh-huh.
it's no longer about like the real celebrities. Like majority of their stories is about influencers and the
Really?
dumb shit that they do, like all these like even like how we was talking about earlier, reality shows. People jump on reality. So I didn't even know this. Like when we was telling you how we watched that one show, Age of Attraction, right? Like I actually really liked the show. It wasn't until towards the end she was like, because when I found out where the reunion show was on YouTube, and I was like, oh, this person is doing it. She was like, yeah, he's been on The Bachelor 3 times, and all these other characters. And so now, at first before the show, I would see all these, reality show people, how some are in jail or they got a DUI or they just done some stupid shit, right?
Yeah.
And so now that she said that, it's like, for instance, today I saw Derek.
Who's Derek?
He got with Pfeiffer. And so TMZ,
What are you talking about on the show?
TMZ just did a story about him today. And I'm just like, so see, I was into the show because I thought this was real people, like really trying to make a connection.
They're like career reality.
Yeah.
TV.
And it's like, so that's fake for me.
Yeah.
So now I'm disappointed.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, you're doing this for validation. You see what I'm saying? It's not intentional.
find
It's
love.
not validation. Oh my God, I just lost my train of thought.
Well, you're thinking they're going on to find love.
Yeah.
But they're actually going on to find a career.
It's not, but it's not meaningful. It wasn't for purpose. Like it wasn't a
Right.
purpose. It really was for validation.
Yeah.
They're just trying to build up their resumes and get all these likes and everything.
Yep.
So everybody can see them. Like you said, career reality show people, and they just out there doing crazy stuff. And to me, that was just like, because so TMZ was talking about how he's dating this model chick now or something dumb it was about. But I was just like, see, now I'm disappointed.
I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sure that was
It
very.
was.
Yeah,
It was
very
because I
disappointing.
thought when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, cool show!" Like, you know, and because we have an age gap, I was like, "Oh, something we can relate to."
Yeah.
And it was a fun show to watch. Like, it was fun to watch them go through the whole process and everything. And we was like, it was fun in the beginning because we was really like, "Oh, how old these people are?" Like, because they don't look their ages.
Do they tell you when you're watching? Do they tell the viewer how old they are? Or you find
no,
out in
no.
real time too?
Yeah, you find out in real time when they find out.
Oh, that's good.
So that's why we was like playing this game. Like, okay, she's this age, he's this age, and she got the closest, like almost all the time.
Yeah.
But again, it's like there wasn't no purpose of it.
Well, I'm sure some people on the show are probably there for the right reasons.
But I don't know, because you know why? Think about this. It was only 8 episodes, so they had to fit everything into 8 episodes.
They only showed you. They put it in.
No,
8
I know,
episodes.
but so like when they moved in together, that was a week. I think they spent maybe a week. I mean, I'm telling you, the whole timeline was 2 weeks. The whole timeline was 2 weeks. So for me, it's like, okay, when you force something, because they had to, the first day they had to like all do this speed dating thing and see if they match. So if me and you had a connection, then we'll go on a couple of more dates that lasted, maybe a week. And then we decided, okay, do you want to go to the what was it called? The room, the promise room.
Oh boy.
So if we connected, say if we went on like 2 or 3 dates,
Yeah.
and we connected, we'll go to the promise room, and then the promise room is about, okay, I'm gonna give you a ring, and you give me a ring. So now we promise to go on the next step of the journey, right?
Cute.
The next step of the journey is they went from this one island to Vancouver. Then they had to move in together.
That's my favorite.
Right. So
Yeah.
then they had to move in together, and that lasted a week. I know for a fact that lasted a week because
Yeah.
then they had a ceremony day where the
what?
ceremony day was them actually going to get out of the bubble and go really live together and start their life.
I love that part.
So see, it was you're forcing something within 2 weeks.
yeah,
That's not realistic.
none of it is realistic.
I mean, and let me say this. You can meet somebody, go on a date, and they never go home and you end up moving in together. You can't, that happens.
Does it?
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, you know about that?
Yeah, I think it kind of happened to me. But but my point is we didn't force it.
Right.
Like that show, everything was forced. Like you got to do this. You got to move in. Like it just happened.
Yeah.
Right. So I like when things happen naturally.
Yes.
But this was forced. So that makes me think that there wasn't no purpose.
Right.
It was just all validation. So
Well, I find that just in life in general, when you're living with purpose, things really do fall into place without having to force it. And I find that on a daily basis in my life, there's so many synchronicities that happen around me. And if you're not tuned into that, if you're paying attention to a TV show or you're watching your phone and you're not seeing what's happening around you, you miss it. But like, we're all connected. Like we're all made out of the same things. And I just believe like our whole universe is connected. So like there are a lot of those synchronicities that happen. And when you're living in alignment and you're living with purpose, you'll find that in your daily life.
So do you think you're chasing the right things right now?
I do.
Right now you are.
Now I am. And that's what I'm saying. Like I see that like in my life, like just doing this podcast, like that happens so naturally. And since we've started recording, I have had so many people come up to me in person or DM me on Instagram saying that this has helped them. Like this, and this is like your purpose, like just reaching
You're just telling me this.
just reaching like that one person, like literally.
That's dope though.
I
Love
know.
that.
And that's not, I'm not doing it for validation at all. Like I'm doing it just like you, just to get like a good message out and to talk about positivity. But the feedback that I'm getting tells me that what I'm doing is the right thing.
It's in alignment with what you want.
Oh my gosh. Like people who look super happy on Instagram will message me and be like, that's happened. Like they'll talk to me about their relationship. Like what happened to you is happening to me and what do I do? And so I've been giving people advice. I mean, I'm not licensed, but I've been through it. So I give people my advice and just try to help them.
But you know what? Well, this is kind of off subject, but because I've been doing this for a long time, right? I don't look at it as giving advice because I don't give advice. I don't like giving advice. I like having a conversation with you. I like talking it through with you because when you're talking it through with someone, you're really letting them come up with their own conclusion.
Yeah.
Because like it's kind of like you're walking it through with them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, wait, you know what? That makes sense.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So it's not giving advice. It's just, okay, let's talk this out. Let's talk it through it.
Yeah, maybe advice is probably not the correct word. I'm just sharing. I'm still sharing my experience with people, and hopefully it's helping.
But in that sharing, you guys are just having a natural conversation, and you're just talking it through.
Yeah.
And once people talk through something clicks because they're like, oh, wow, wait, that makes sense.
Well, and I think just people hearing my story and knowing me just a little bit, it helps them relate to what they're going through too.
Something in my eye.
I see that.
You see it?
No, I can see you struggling.
Oh, I know.
Do you want a mirror?
No.
I have one.
That's okay.
Okay.
I think I have a long eyelash. I need to cut my
What
is this, the eyebrow?
That's an eyebrow up
Yeah,
there.
I need to cut my eyebrow.
Yeah. They do that at the barber now.
We're really going off topic right here.
But another thing,
conversations.
Yeah. Another thing that I think about a lot is like with the alignment with how I'm living my life right now. So some of the things that I notice in my regular life is I go to church sometimes, not all the time, but I do like to go. And every time since we've started doing this podcast, and I'm not even making this up, every time I'll go to church on Sunday, the pastor says exactly something that we said in the podcast. And it blows my mind. I'm like, yes, like I just feel.
Listening to our show?
No. Well, I don't know. Maybe. No, but it's like, my point is it's in alignment.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it's so cool to see that.
Yeah.
And even right now, like.
It's like confirmation, right? Like you're getting a confirmation when you hear that.
Yeah, that I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
And even right now, like you were saying, we were watching a YouTube video before this. We were watching the Artemis splashdown. And the mission is called integrity. Like that speaks volumes, right?
That's crazy.
So like living with integrity, I think that's the whole point.
Yeah. So that is crazy. And
see, those are the synchronicities.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like it's all clicking.
Yeah. And I think that's why I do it. And sometimes I do think about like how can I grow this more, right? But then I struggle with that because like I'm doing all the right things.
Yeah.
You know, because it is just my purpose, right? And it feels good. And I do love hearing stories like that. So thank you for sharing that because I still get stories like that. And I think I need to be in my comments more because people be sending me comments and I don't even be listening.
Yeah.
I know that's bad for me to say that. They do.
Well, sometimes there's things that aren't very helpful too. So you have to give yourself a little bit of a boundary.
Yeah. But I do love hearing that people do appreciate, you know, the platform that I have and, you know, the conversations that we have and what we're doing because it does help people. And I think that was my main thing. Like, and I've always said that whatever I do, it is with intention and it's just, I'm not trying to heal anybody and I'm not trying to, you know, save anybody, but I do hope that, you know, the content stays out there and it helps somebody in some type of way one day.
It's helping people right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know. But my biggest intention was, you know, down the line, you know.
Yeah. And that's a great example of doing something because it matters, not just because of the likes.
Right.
You're chasing the purpose.
Well, I always try to do everything with purpose. I think when we did that CAP course, I think that's when everything started opening up for me.
Yeah.
It really
Why do you
did.
think that is?
Because I shifted the
like what shifted for you?
my perspective on doing things for me, setting boundaries, and me putting me first.
That class taught you to put yourself first?
Yeah, 100%. I never did that before that class. So that class did teach me how to put me first, and it was okay to put me first.
That's a great lesson.
Yeah.
And I think that we're told not to do that.
Right.
Like that's selfish.
No, I mean, because I speak that truth all the time. Now, matter of fact, I was just, who was we just talking to? I literally like the other day or something. I was talking to somebody, and they was going through something, and I was like, hey, it's okay for you to do what makes you happy. Mm-hmm. I said, stop worrying about everybody else. Do what makes you happy. If this is what makes you happy, whatever else we're talking about, I said, do it. Fuck what anybody else thinks. Mm-hmm. Nobody else's opinion matters. Mm-hmm. And, you know, me and her, we had that conversation one time because we had a friend that, got mad at another friend of ours who, because she started dating somebody, and her other friend, she didn't tell her other friend. She found out through social media.
Okay.
And she got upset that she didn't get a phone call.
Why would she get a phone call?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was like no one, like, and they're adults. So it's like no one needs to get anybody's permission to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
One, like, it's your life. If you want to do something, even if it's the wrong thing,
Yeah.
that's your choice.
Yes, and the people around you should respect that.
Right. And so
let
that's
you
what,
through it.
like, we can always try to, like, give people caution about something, but if they want to do something, that's their choice. Even if it's I don't believe in bad things. I believe in everything is for your greater good. Like, even in the moment, something might seem horrible or bad. Like when I went through, when we was going through our CAP class and I went through my whole thing and, I kind of lost a lot of shit. Yeah, in the moment, it seemed like the end of the world.
Right.
But it was all for my greater good.
Yep.
Because look what that class did for me. Look at the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Look what I have now.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yes.
Right? So people always think that things are like the worst. And in the moment it feels like that. But it's not. It's actually doing the opposite.
Yeah.
It's doing what you need to happen for you.
Yep.
So, but going back to this person, like, shit, I didn't understand it. And like we were just talking about it like a few weeks ago, and this person like was mad for a long period of time, and we're just like, why?
Right.
Like, no one needed your approval for anything. I get that you guys was close and all that, but at the same time, you guys were adults. Mm-hmm. Like, so my question was, did you ask for their approval when you did, like when you got married or when you moved out of state or did all this stuff? No, you didn't. So why do you think someone needs like your approval for them to date somebody or do anything?
You literally
like,
don't.
I didn't understand that.
That's very immature.
Yeah, but some people are like that though.
A lot of people are like that, and I think it's just awareness. Like you were saying, a lot of people go through things and think like this is the worst. Like it's not though. It's just a thing, and nothing matters.
Right.
Literally nothing matters until you put meaning to it. So whatever you're going through, it's whatever meaning, feeling, emotion you want to relate to that or assign to it, and now you're making it a thing. She made it a thing that her friend didn't tell her that she was dating somebody. That is ridiculous.
But was she looking for validation?
Yeah, probably.
Well, it definitely wasn't purpose.
No, that's and that's like very shallow. Like she needs to have her friends get her permission or like her approval to date somebody. Like, no, you don't. So what's wrong inside of you that you feel that you need that outside validation to make yourself feel better? You don't. Like you're saying, you're number one. You're number one in your life. You are in charge of making yourself happy.
Right.
Nobody else should be doing that for you.
Right.
So even when you get into a relationship, like your purpose should be to enhance the other person's life, not to make it better. Like you should be able to have the best life on your own.
Right. Everybody should be adding value to each other's life. Yeah. And that's it.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
No one is here on earth, whether you're best friends or in a relationship, no one can make nobody happy.
Yeah.
That comes from within.
And I think that goes back to the podcast or not the influencers that you were talking about that got, they were having depression and then they got famous. They were seeking that validation, but that's so empty. Yeah. When the likes go away, then what else do you have?
And I think that's why they end up dying by suicide, because they had they became these huge influencers, and there was a couple of them that they had all the likes, all the views, all everything, the accolades, the money, everything. And I think one day they finally realized like the pain was still there. Yeah, like because that is true. It's like that money and fame and all that. And I learned that. I'm gonna be honest. When I was in entertainment, I think that's probably why I kind of left early and came out here and did this thing, because I realized that didn't make me happy. Like, it was just really stressful. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I loved doing it. I had great times. It took me around the world, made good money, made good friends. I had fun doing it, but it wasn't my purpose.
Right.
So I still felt empty inside. Like it wasn't fulfilling. Like it was fun at the time, and especially because when I was young, like right. I was
Well,
young.
having money is great.
Yeah,
It really
was.
makes
It
life
is.
a lot
It's
better.
great. It's great. Yeah. But when you got older, then you realize like, hey, this is not fulfilling me.
That's what you got to look for.
Right. It's
What-
not fulfilling me. It's not. Yeah. It's just like, what is this?
Yep.
I was listening to Jay-Z's interview on GQ, and they was asking him when's the next album, and he was just like, I don't do music to do it, just to put out an album. It's like, one, I don't need to. He's a billionaire.
Right.
But what I loved about his interview, he barely do interviews, so I just love whenever he do interviews. He was like, if I put out an album, it has to fulfill me. And he was like, there's so much negative in the world right now. What am I talking about? He said, there's nothing I can talk about right now that can fulfill me, putting out a record.
He's like a true artist.
Yeah.
So he has no inspiration to create. So
No.
he's not going to do it.
Yeah, so he's not going to do it. He was
Good.
like, why? Why would I do it? He was like, I
Because
don't
he's
need
being
to.
authentic.
Right. But that's where his success comes.
Yeah.
And that's why if you, like, I've been a huge Jay-Z fan from the beginning. And if you followed his records, he grew with his records. He didn't do what most artists do, and he calls it like the little shiny thing. He don't just talk about the trends or whatever just to sell records.
Yeah.
Like he literally grew with his albums. So his fans back in the day grew with him.
Yes.
So he's always kept his same fans. So people like, I actually just had this debate the other day at work with his coworker. He said, my kids don't even know who Jay-Z is. Well, no, because Jay-Z has his own fans. His fans grew with him. So
Yeah.
no, he's not talking about drugs and all this stuff. He did that back in the 80s.
Right.
Why would he be talking about that now?
Yes.
He's a billionaire. Like,
Hey.
why would he talk about that right now?
Yeah, he's doing great.
Yeah, so it is about validation, and some people do everything about validation, and it's not purpose. But I think the older you get, we do start to look at that, like what is fulfilling me. And like when we're just having this conversation the other day about how the older you get, your circle gets smaller
For sure.
because you really start looking at friendships. You start looking at what they're doing.
Yeah.
Is that friendship now still fulfilling me?
Mm-hmm.
Or do I need all these friends for validations?
Yep.
To say I have all these friends so they can like my pages and all that?
Yep.
No. Like me as an older person, no.
I've tried to teach my kids that all through growing up because school is tricky and it's still,
Yeah.
there's a lot of drama.
Oh my
Even though
God, yeah.
my kids went to private school, but they still have like so much drama there. But I've always tried to tell them like you have to know your friends and what they want from you. And sometimes people are just in your life for a season, and that's totally fine. Nothing is forever. Everything is temporary. And so if somebody wants to leave, if they don't want to be your friend anymore, let them.
Right.
Don't force it. Because rejection is protection. And that person was probably just meant to be in your life for a little bit of time. I think that's where a lot of pain comes from, is you're trying to hold on to that and make it more than what it was. It's a hard thing to teach to kids.
Trust me, I know. I go through that every day. These kids fight so much every day.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes later, like, I mean, I'm talking about like really physically be fighting each other.
Oh my God.
And 5 minutes later, it's like they're walking down the hallway like best friends. And I'm like,
What is happening?
yeah. So I do a lot of mediations and community circles, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of all the community circles, I'm always like, okay, well, if you guys can't come to a mutual agreement, then stay away from each other. And they all agree, right? But then you go outside and you're like, wait, what? They holding hands, best friends again now?
Yeah.
Like, it's funny.
Well, I used to work at the school, and I had a hard time because they would want me to go mediate with the kids to make them be friends.
Yeah.
And so they'd be like, oh, can you go talk to these two girls? They were fighting, like just make them be nice to each other again. And I wouldn't do it. I didn't work there for very long, but I went over, I would just go over and be like, if you guys don't like each other, don't play with each other.
Yeah, don't.
Go find another friend. I would say, look at all these kids out here. Go pick another one. You don't need to be You don't need to be friends with everybody. You
But
can
it's
be
hard for them
nice
to understand.
to everybody.
It's so hard for them to understand that.
But at the school, they wanted them to always come to like
No, yeah.
reconciliation, but sometimes you just need to go find another friend.
No, I mean, they be trying to get us to do like team building projects with these people that's always
That
fighting.
don't get along.
Yeah, they don't get
No,
along. It's like, that's
go
not gonna work.
get another one.
And I'm
Get a
mind
new
you,
friend.
you know, I'm all for positive stuff,
Same.
restorative stuff, everything.
Mhm.
But you just know, yeah, these kids don't.
I
need
don't
to,
like everybody.
They don't need to be next to each other.
No, I don't want to be
It's
friends with
always
everybody.
like we actually have these two girls that they constantly fight every single day.
Go.
You know how many community circles and mediations we've done with them? It doesn't matter. They just don't like each other. And no matter how many team building things we do with them, they're just never going to get along.
And that's okay.
It is okay.
I think that's a more important lesson, is to teach the kids to walk away.
Yeah, like
to
it's
go-
okay. Like we don't have to like each other.
Yes,
We can respect each other.
we can be nice.
We're nice, but we don't have to like each other. We
No,
have
you
to
don't.
play.
No, you don't.
But yeah, it's crazy.
I agree with that. Like, just,
The crazy part about it is she has them both in her class.
oh boy.
So she has to deal with it more every day because it's like, oh my God.
Oh yeah. And it's hard. It's hard at that age too.
It
But it
is.
would be so nice to be able to learn that at a younger age, because you're saying you learn that more as you get older. Like your
Yeah.
circles get smaller and you get just a lot more wisdom hopefully as you age. But to learn that at a younger age is such a gift.
And you know what? The one thing I love about working at elementary, right? And I actually didn't think I would ever like working at an elementary because I started at a middle school. But I actually like working at an elementary because one of the things that I always tell them in our mediations is that I expect you to make mistakes. I do not expect you to change today.
Yep.
But like I tell my team, I'm just hopeful the things that we do every day, like show up, continue to be positive.
Yeah.
I continue to say good morning to them every morning. How's your day so far? Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping one day something clicks and it turns for them.
It will, because you're
Oh, I know
planting
it
those
will,
seeds.
yeah.
You're saying things to these kids that they would have never heard. I never
Right.
heard that as a kid. I never
Yeah.
heard, you're allowed to make mistakes.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know, I don't, in my mind, I was like, I have to be perfect all the time. And like,
No.
nobody was telling me otherwise.
No.
And
That's
that's
how
a
you
lot
learn.
that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that's how you learn. You're gonna make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as you can recognize it and take accountability for what you just did.
Yeah.
Like that's all I care about. And once they do that, like I said, I'm just hoping one day, and I know it will because I'm getting them at a young age, and it's on repeat that I'm telling them all school year, like, hey, it's okay. You're a good kid.
You're part of the change.
Yeah. So one day they're gonna remember that.
They
So
will.
They're gonna, hopefully, I feel like high school is rough because they're already like somewhat developed. It's hard. I think it's harder to get to them.
Yeah. And a lot of them are on social media. So they're
Yeah.
seeing so many
Yeah.
things, and they're trying to be cool and trendy and stay with it all the time. And
Right.
that's a lot of pressure.
It is. But what did when do you think validation became like a trap? Was it social media that changed it, or do you think it was before that?
Oh, I think social media amplified it.
That
Because,
amplified it is. It brought it to light.
well, remember on Instagram for a while, they took away the likes. So you couldn't see how many people
Yeah.
liked your stuff,
Yeah.
because it is a big problem.
Right.
So
Didn't one of the social medias, and maybe it was YouTube, and I think they actually still have it, where they can have the not like the thumb down.
I think it is YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think that's crazy that they still have that up there.
Right. I think Facebook has it too.
Do they?
I don't know if they still do. I know that they did at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, when that came up, well, remember MySpace? Did you have a
Yeah.
MySpace?
Yeah. I
And you
have
had,
MySpace.
yeah, you had like your top friends on there. That's a lot of pressure.
It is.
And then that's like right out in the public. That's where we learned how to do it. It's
Well,
like you rank your friends.
Yeah, I think. But
Everyone
yeah,
knows.
yeah. I think when MySpace came out, it was like get as many friends as you can, right?
Yeah. But then you literally ranked your top friends
I don't remember that
on
part
your
of it.
page.
Yeah.
You have like your top 5 or 10 on there. And then I did it when I was a kid, and someone would piss me off and I would take them off. I would move them down the list.
That's like so like LinkedIn, right? Like they do the whole what is it? Like what's it called? What's it called on LinkedIn? Like you're part of my immediate circle or
Is it your connections?
connections. Because I know like most of the people that follow me on LinkedIn is like through someone else. So they call that something else. It's like a. I hate when I can't remember something. You know what
It's
I'm
either
talking
your
about, right?
connection or your network.
Yeah, part of your network. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your immediate network. It's something. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
on another network, but they're connected to you through another network. Or
Uh huh.
something. But it's kind of the same,
Yeah.
right? Like ranking
For business.
for business. I mean,
But I
but
think-
at least you know, like who's actually like part of your smaller network.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know too much about LinkedIn.
I don't. I'm on it.
But I think the validation is definitely amplified with social media. And whether you're an influencer or you just have your own page, both things are a platform. And so how you represent yourself matters, even if you just have like your own private page. I still feel like you should be authentic. Like I never was a person to post fake happy pictures. Like I just wouldn't post anything at all.
Right.
But man, you see couples out there and they're not doing well, but you see their pictures and they look so happy. But like you were just at their house and you know that they were not.
Right.
Why are we doing that? Like, what is that for?
Like, so, like for me, when I scroll through social media, right, it's entertainment for the most part. So I do it for two reasons. For the most important reason is for the algorithm, right? Because of my business.
Well, you're doing it with intention. You're using it as a tool.
I'm using it as a tool, but I also use it as entertainment. Like I be looking at some of this stuff, and I know like most of it. Like I like the couples pranks and stuff. Even though I know most of them are like fake.
It's all fake.
Because you can tell, like if I did something to you, your reaction, right?
Right.
Or it's like, you know what's set up. Like no one's doing that. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just so fake. Like, but it's still funny to me.
Yes.
So I still use that as entertainment. Like, right? Only because of my producer mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you should have did it this way, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
But it is. I think that's more. I think people do that more of the pressure to stay relevant because they have to, right? To be on social media, you have to stay relevant. To monetize your videos, you have to stay relevant. So you have to put out all this content.
Yeah.
And there's no. So I guess their purpose is to get more likes. So it is more validations because it's the easiest way to get money. I mean, it's not easy. I'm not gonna take that back. It's hard doing it because you have to be on it so much.
Yeah. I would say it's probably the most accessible thing that people could do to make money.
Like you don't really need a skill.
No.
You don't need a skill.
And it's like zero overhead.
Zero overhead. Yeah. You don't need an expensive camera.
But that's why you need to chase the right thing. Because if you're just chasing likes, then you'll do anything to get that.
But like you said earlier, it's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable.
Like all those
you'll burn out.
Yeah, all those couples.
Because there's nothing that matters there. There's no meaning.
Right. So after a year or two, you're not gonna be doing it.
No.
You're gonna run out of things. It's not gonna be fun no more.
Yeah, and then you're not relevant. But the most important thing is to find something that you.
You know what it's gonna be?
What?
It's gonna turn into work.
Yeah,
and
then
those people don't want to work, and that's why they're doing it. But once they've realized, like, damn, this is a job. This is actually work because now I got to make it better.
Yep.
I got to stay relevant, so I got to do more.
Yeah, and then you'll do the cheap things to get yourself those like low hanging fruit likes, and that can't be good.
It can't be good.
No, but I believe if you just find something that you love to do, the success will follow. You chase that. Don't chase the money. Don't chase the likes. Chase what matters to you, what you love to do, and you will be good at it, and you will be successful because you care about it.
Right. So let me ask you this. Have you ever caught yourself doing something that just because it looked good or not because it felt right?
Probably. I've tried to stay really authentic to myself, but I'm sure at one point I did that. But
can't think of a. Because I've been looking at this question and I've been trying to think if I have,
Doing something because it doesn't look good.
because it looked good. Yeah, just because it would look good, not because it felt right.
No, I don't do that.
No,
I really don't.
I know I have. I know I have.
Can you think of an example?
If I would have to say one thing that I caught myself doing just because I thought it would look good and it didn't feel right, now I can't say because she's in the room.
Oh, cover your ears.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people do that though. They'll
I know I have done some. I can't think of it.
especially with social media. People
Yeah.
will pose their kids in a certain way or like make their family look like a super happy family, even
Oh.
though that's not genuine.
No, you know what? I did. I'm not gonna lie. I used to do the videos. Okay, so this is a funny story.
Oh, here we go.
So when TikTok first came out,
Yes.
everybody was doing the lip syncing videos.
They're still doing it.
I know they do, but this was like when TikTok first came out.
Okay.
Right? Like, so I did like a few of those, and I did them with my son. Now, for my purpose, it didn't feel good, but it felt good doing it with him because it was my son. We were just joking around, right? So as we was doing it, we were joking around. It felt good, right? But I end up uploading it, thinking, oh, I'm gonna go viral because I'm doing this. So that part didn't feel good to me, right? So I did like 5 of them, and it didn't feel good, and so then I never went on TikTok again. Mind you, this is years ago. I think I went back on TikTok. I tried to create an account like when I first started this show. So mind you, when I started this show, it had to been, I want to say, 8 years since I had did that, and I never went on TikTok again.
Yeah.
So 8 years later, fast forward, I started this show, so I started setting up all my social medias, and it said I already had a TikTok account.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have no TikTok. I didn't remember the password,
Right.
so I had to go through all these steps to get the password right, and then I finally logged in and I saw those videos.
Oh,
And they were still there.
That's cute.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, oh dang, like I did these videos with my son like all these years ago. But it didn't make me feel good because I was doing it for the wrong purpose.
Right.
So that part didn't make me feel good because I knew like that's not what I want to be doing.
No.
Yeah, it's not. I wanted to be in front of the mic and the camera, but not that way.
Right. And
No, I never did porn. If that's what you was thinking.
Were we? Is that?
No,
Well, that's good. Thank you for putting that out there.
had to.
I never have either, just for the record.
No, yeah. I would have never thought that.
If we're just sharing, you know.
But what does purpose actually feel like? Purpose versus passion, they're not always the same.
Isn't it though?
They're not.
I think your purpose is just living in alignment with what you're meant to be doing. Is that an answer?
I mean, it's your answer.
Yeah.
That's your truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
But your passion, how is that different than your purpose?
Because, well, they're not always the same. Not saying that they're not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've always had a passion for entertainment, right? But not
I see what you're saying.
not as a producer,
Yep.
a film producer, a music producer. It was this area.
Yeah, I see that.
So this is my purpose.
Yeah.
But it's also my passion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I'm saying it can be the same, but they're not always the same.
Your passion is just something that you really enjoy doing.
Right.
But your purpose is something that brings meaning to your life or to other people's lives.
Yeah. So like, for instance, Trent,
Yes.
his passion was always basketball.
Uh-huh.
But now his purpose is mentorship.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you find and how do you hone that in to make your passion something that matters?
Right.
That's a great question to ask yourself.
And the next time I have him on the show, I got to get him and you on at the same time.
Yeah, that would be fun.
But I just found out, well, we just found out, was it last week? That, because his wife was here, and was it his wife that told you? His wife kind of spilled the beans, that he's actually going to be doing his first sermon at their church.
Where?
In June.
When? Yes.
I think in June.
Let's go.
And I was like, dude, I work with you every day, and you didn't tell me this?
Oh, that's so cool.
He was like, well, I was like, dude, why you tell me? Like, but yeah.
That's really cool.
No, that is cool. But I don't know. I didn't ask him this. I didn't ask him like, is that a passion of his? I think I did. I'm being honest with you. I think I did.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a passion of his. It's just something that he's doing because they're church people, and he grew up in the church, and they go every Sunday. And I think his grandma, somebody, was like, "Hey, you should do a sermon one day."
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I think she watched one of these things, and the way he talks and the way he talks about God, like he's a real faithful guy. So they was like, "You should do a sermon one day," and he was like, "Okay."
Well, clearly he does the podcast. Like, he likes talking.
Yeah.
He's a mentor. So it's all in the same category.
Yeah.
And he's living in his purpose. He's living in alignment. And then those opportunities present themselves.
Right.
I think that's how you can tell if you are in your purpose, is if more of those things are becoming abundant in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And people will tell you too, like his grandma said, you should do this. And then you'll hear that from other areas too. And that just plants the seed. And you're like, yeah, maybe I should try a new thing.
And then, no, it is. And it's kind of like how, like going back, I created this album. This is my why.
Yeah.
Another selfless plug.
Yeah. It's your platform.
But I did that when no one was watching.
Yep.
So if you think about it, like I didn't do it to sell 1 million records. Kind of like how I did that instrumental album years ago.
Uh-huh.
Like I just did it because it's something that I've always wanted to do.
Right.
And so when the first one came out, the instrumental one, that was really just me saying, even though I grew up in the music industry and I helped produce records, I never did my own. Mm-hmm. So that first one was done because I always wanted to do my own. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't a rapper, I wasn't a singer. So I was like, oh, what do I do? So I actually, during the pandemic, I was like, oh, I'm going to create this record.
Yeah.
And I did it. And I did it because I just wanted to show myself that I could do it. Mm-hmm. And I did it and never touched it, never looked at it again. But this one was more about, oh, wow, I have another platform I can share my story.
Yes.
And I can be creative with it. Mm-hmm. Like, that was the fun part for me. That was me and my purpose.
Yeah.
That was me and my passion.
Yes.
Because my passion is also creating. Mm-hmm. So if I can create something and tell my story at the same time, like I was really like in it.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So that was, and I did it like I said, it wasn't for validation because I didn't care if nobody listened to it.
Right.
I just did it because I was being creative and I thought it was another cool way of telling my story.
It really
and I was like, wow, this is dope. And the way it came out too was just like, oh wow. And I got to work with it with her. It made it even more, sweeter. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's really a producer.
Yes.
Like she was, don't like that.
Yes.
And I'd be looking at, oh man, it's so many tracks that I have that's not published. That I was like, this is dope. She was like,
no, it's not.
It's not. I was like, dude, I was like, you're not even listening to me, right? I was like, this is dope. But you know what? Oh, so true story. This is actually why, like on the album, I have the Why, the single, but the remix, because of her. Yeah. I was like, no, I'm keeping both versions in.
There you go.
And if I got to keep versions, one's going to be the original, one's going to be the remix.
That's cool.
Because I think, because she liked the original version, so the single that came out. Mm-hmm. I did the remix after because I just wanted something upbeat. Yeah. And when I did the remix, I was like, oh, no, this is it. She was like, no.
You're like, I'm keeping it anyway.
I'm putting it anyway. This is going to be called the remix.
Yes.
I'm keeping it anyway.
Yeah.
But also, there was another song on there that she told me I had to keep.
Yeah.
that didn't make the album,
No.
but she was like, you have to keep that one because that's my song, and I like it.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah. You don't remember? I know because we haven't listened to it in a while.
Yeah.
I'll play it for you when we get on. But it was something that she really liked. But it didn't make the album. But she really liked it, and I was like, I like it. That's when I was like, I like it.
Yeah. Put it on the EP.
It was okay, but I was like, I didn't like it. I wasn't feeling it, but she liked it.
Well, that's
So I
good.
kept it for her.
You stayed authentic to yourself.
I did, but yeah, but that was just me. So that's the difference. That was just me doing it with my passion and my purpose.
That's so cool. And that's the key, right? Is to try to find something that you can turn your passion into your purpose,
Yeah.
and to just hone that in and not change yourself.
Right.
Stay authentic to yourself and authentic to what you care about and what you're passionate about. You don't have to be a different person.
No.
You can just do a different thing.
Right.
And that's where you're going to be successful, is when you can figure that out.
Right. So segue into this next segment real quick. The shift from validation to purpose, right? What makes someone wake up and change their mindset?
You got to have a pattern disruptor.
A pattern disruptor.
Pattern disruptor.
What is a pattern disruptor?
It's something different in your life. I try to do it on a regular basis, like take a different way home, or like go out and do something that I wouldn't normally do, something outside of my regular routine. It opens your eyes to a bigger world that's out there, instead of just being stuck in your everyday life.
Okay, well, true. So
You got to have those pattern disruptors.
So going back to CAP class.
Mm-hmm.
So, I never liked school.
Right.
Never liked homework, never liked classes, which is crazy because I work at a school.
Yeah. I am the opposite.
Yeah, I never liked studying. So when the course was made, the opportunity was made for me to go, I jumped on it. I don't know. I think because it was the title. Because I already had my brand, right?
Uh-huh.
And one of the things that I was talking about early on in my brand is positive energy. Like that was my main thing, like positive energy. So when this CAP class came with positive psychology, I was like, huh. It just sparked an interest and it intrigued me. So I did it and I loved it. And it was 9 months of school.
Well, we didn't love it the whole time.
Well,
it was hard.
Yeah. But it was 9 months of school.
Yes.
And it was just, it was that love-hate thing, I guess, yeah. Because I never really liked school, but
and it was a lot of work.
it was a lot of work. But I did enjoy it. In the beginning, I did go there with different intentions. Because I thought
That's
it
okay.
was one thing, but it actually turned out to be another. And I did it because, again, positive psychology, right? So I was thinking, I just started my podcast show. I'm going to take this positive psychology course and I'm going to help 1 million people.
Yeah.
Not knowing, like, no, the course is not for me to help all these people. The course was to help me.
Yep.
So I think around the second or third month is when the shift happened for me.
Yes.
That's when my shift happened from validation to purpose.
But that's a pattern disruptor. So you did something that you wouldn't have normally done. And in that, it completely changed your mindset.
Yep.
It opened your mind. It opened your eyes up to a whole different way of thinking. That's super cool.
Yeah.
And that was a positive experience. Sometimes it could come in the form of a life event, like a very tragic event or like something very sad, but it's still a pattern disruptor. In those moments, exactly what you were saying before, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It's something that's happening in your life that's teaching you.
Yeah. And I think it was several different like things that got me here. And one of the things that, Trent and I talked about last week on the show was burnout. So burnout from chasing validation is real. And I think my burnout came with the film industry. Like, I think at the end, I was just burnt out from it. And I kind of just, like, let it go. There was a lot going on in my life at that time.
Right.
And I think most of it was from burnout because I was chasing the wrong things.
Yep.
I was chasing the wrong career. I was chasing the wrong relationship. And those two things collided.
Yeah.
And that's when it was like, okay.
But so many people would just stay in that.
Right.
They would never take that opportunity to say, okay, this isn't working. Let me pivot.
Right.
They just stay in that miserable life doing the same things over and over. Like,
dude, I'm going to tell you a story. And I never told this story. I love when I say things like that. And she all of a sudden puts down her phone and she goes,
yeah, we're all ears.
She's all ears. I remember the day I was at work. This was when I was working out of Studio City in our office, production office out there. And my mentor, who I've been working for, he's like a big brother mentor to me, who has always worked for his production company. I remember I was at my desk, and he was like, Mike, let me talk to you outside. Normally, we have conversations either in my office or his office.
You're like, something's
But
up.
he was like, let's go outside.
Yeah.
And I was like, I literally was like, oh, shit. Right? Like, what did I do now?
Yeah.
And we literally went out in the parking lot, and he just laid into me. And I needed it, though. He literally told me that he was like, dude, you're fucking up. And this is the way he talks to me. He's a big brother. He was like, dude, you're fucking up. Mm-hmm. He's like, I really tried my best to put you in a position to where you can take over all this. And he said, you're allowing your relationship to interfere with all that. And it's affecting your career. And it was. I'd had none to say. Everything that he was telling me broke me down, and I started crying in the parking lot because I knew it was coming. I knew it was the end.
Yeah.
And I felt it.
Right.
And he was telling it to me with so much love. And he was like, dude, I love you, like, but you're just fucking up.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't even know what to do to help you.
Right.
Like, he was like, you need to figure this out.
Did you know before that conversation that it was heading in that direction?
I mean, now looking back, yeah. But I think, well, he's had these conversations with me before. So that was his frustration. Because he was like, dude, I'm having these same conversations with you and you're still not getting it.
Why weren't you getting it?
Because like you said, I was stuck in it, and I thinking that, no, I got
Right,
this.
yeah.
I can fix this. I can do it. Like,
Yep.
I, in my mind, thinking, no, this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't worry about it. And I kept telling her, like, dude, I got it. I said, I hear you. I got it. I'll fix it. But I never did.
Right.
I thought I was, but I didn't.
Because it wasn't in alignment with what
It
you should
wasn't
have
in
been doing
alignment.
anyway.
Nope.
That's something I've been exploring lately, is knowing quickly when something's for me or when something is not for me.
Right.
And I learned that through my divorce. Like, there are so many things that I knew in my intuition from the beginning that I could have made different choices,
Right.
but I didn't, and I stuck with it. But now, like, just really going like inward and listening to my own voice and my intuition, we all have it, and we stifle it. We say, nope, I got this. It's your ego.
Yeah,
I got
it's
this.
you.
I'm good. Like, I'll fix it. But no, it's your body, the universe, whatever is telling you, this is not for you.
Mm-hmm.
There are signs.
Yeah.
You know it.
And I ignored all signs because
Yep.
so he used to call me Captain Save-A-Ho.
Oh
He was like, Mike, no, seriously, he used to call me that. I used to always try to help people and save people because, I mean, you got to think about it. Think about it from my perspective, right? And not saying it's right, but just from my perspective, how I grew up, right? Being on my own since I was 14, homeless, all the shit that I've been through in my life, right? And I'm like, dude, I made it. I'm in Hollywood working on network shows. I got my own production office.
Right.
Like, I'm living a dream.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to help people, telling people what to do, giving people advice, doing all this shit, helping people and thinking I can fix everything. So every time he was telling me all this stuff, I'm just like, okay, cool, I got it. Because I was smart. I mean, I made it this far, right? I was
Right.
like, okay, I'm somewhat smart. But like you said, universe had other plans for me, but I was still trying to fight it.
Yep.
I was still trying to fight it. Now, mind you, it took me on a path that I was supposed to be on. It
Yes.
took me on a journey that taught me all this stuff. That's why I know how to do all this stuff. But I didn't see my exit. And I kept going.
Right.
And the universe was like, no, dude, your exit, like, you need to get off. Like,
So you still got there eventually.
I got there eventually.
You could have made different choices to get there sooner. But I believe that whatever is meant for you is not going to miss you.
Right.
It's coming for you.
No, you're going to get there eventually.
Yeah.
But the road
Get
that
out
you're
of your
going,
own way.
Yeah, I was totally in my own way. And like I said, the relationship and the career just collided. And that was like the end of it.
Yep.
And I was just like,
and sometimes that's what has to happen. And that because we're so stubborn, we don't listen. We don't listen the first or second or third time. So everything has to explode and go completely to the ground and then start over.
yeah.
Unfortunately, for people who are stubborn.
Yeah, I know.
Like-
I was. I ain't gonna lie.
Me too.
But now I look at things, I mean, and like I said before, everything's for your greater good, right?
Yeah.
Everything teaches you a lesson. So that's why I don't believe in bad things. Like
It's just a thing.
everything got me to where I'm at today,
Right.
right? So that's like when people would say, would you change anything? No, because it made me who I am today.
Yep.
So, but nowadays, I do look at all the flags and all the warning signs. I look at it all.
Yep.
And that's what, again, going back to, does this fulfill me? I'm talking about relationship, work, everything.
Yeah, everything.
Like, I start looking at everything, and I'm honest about it.
Yes.
That's another key thing. You have to be honest about it.
Yep.
So, like, even like with my job now, like my supervisor, I'm 100. Like, she loves working with me, and I love working with her. But I'm honest with her and saying, hey, whenever I'm involved in something, I like to grow. I don't want to be stagnant. So if I'm here at this company, I want to grow. I love the program. I love the company, but I want to help build it because it's still new. So I want to be a part of that. So that's my growth. And I'm always honored when I said, if I'm not allowed to do that, then it's not fulfilling for me.
Yes.
So guess what? If it's not fulfilling for me, my time here is limited.
You got to go.
And she appreciated the honesty. So they're working on it. That's why I was telling you like a couple weeks ago, like I'm either going to, move up or it's on to the next.
And that's why it's so important not to change yourself and to really be truly authentic to you, because that's how you're going to find the people that you need to be around.
Right.
Because if you're pretending to be somebody else, you're going to attract the wrong thing. You have to live your truth.
Exactly.
Yep.
Got to live your truth. You got to be honest about it too.
And you can't be afraid to say those things like you're saying. I always say you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So if they don't like it, they're not the right people to be around you. And thank God, like, good, get out of my way. I'm trying to find my people.
Right. Yeah. So before I wrap this up, question. What would you tell someone your age who feels like they need validation to matter?
I would tell them that nothing matters until you put meaning to it. And the only validation that you should be seeking is within yourself. Are you happy with yourself? Do you feel fulfilled in your own life? Do you love yourself? Do you like spending time with yourself? And if you can't answer yes to those things, then you need to do some work internally. Because if you're seeking that validation from other people or other things, you're always going to feel empty.
You know what's crazy about what you just said? Well, a piece of that what you just said.
What?
People like, so before the crash, the collision happened, right? People used to always tell me, Mike, you got to start loving yourself.
Yeah.
I thought that was the craziest shit. Because it was like, I don't hate myself. Like, I do love myself.
No,
like, what
it's
are you
like-
talking about? Like, I never understood that,
Yeah.
right? But now I can honestly say, oh, I know what they meant.
Yeah.
Because I do love myself right now.
Yeah.
Now, why? Because I put myself first.
Yes.
I got boundaries.
Yep.
I'm doing things that fill me up. Like, I'm doing I'm in alignment with my purpose and my why.
Yep.
So, but back then, I never understood that.
No.
Like, of course I love myself.
But at that time too, you're probably seeking people to give you that validation because you're not getting it from yourself. Like now, you had mentioned this earlier, and I feel the same way. anyone that's around me is bringing value to me.
Yeah.
And if
100%.
they're not, then they can go
Right.
quickly. Like it's fine because I have value in myself and I love myself. I'm a great time.
We talked about this a few shows ago, access.
Yes.
People having access to you.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, people used to have access to me like it wasn't nobody's business, but
Yeah, because you have
now it's like, no, I only want people around me that's going to add value to me.
yes.
I love the people that are around me every day.
Yeah.
Like I was just literally telling her the other day, like, because we go, to her parents' house a lot. And like most couples, you'd think I don't want to go to the in-laws' house.
Right.
I love hanging out with her mom.
That's
and
so
dad.
cool. That's what you want.
No, for real, because, just even hanging out with her mom and just like doing the things we do and the conversations, like it's adding value to me.
Yes.
It's adding that family that I never really, and I love my family, don't get me wrong, but the family connection they have, like I never had that.
Right.
So they do add value and that piece that I love. So that's why I love going over there.
Yeah.
Love hanging out with them.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So it really is having people around you that add value to you, that make you happy, that fills your cup up.
Yes.
So I love it.
Is that what you would say to someone your age about validation?
Damn, somebody my age is still searching for
Really?
validation. Did she just throw a jab at me?
You asked me, I'm gonna ask you back.
Yeah.
At any age, there's so many
No.
sad people just living the same sad lives all the
Oh,
way till they die.
Well, no, I will. I would tell them exactly change your environment. 100%. Change your environment. If you're not getting what you need in your environment, change your environment. Because if you still hanging around the same 9 dummies, guess who number 10 is?
I know you say that.
It's facts. Change your
Yeah.
environment. Like, people don't realize the older you get, like, it's so easy to, like, and I'm not saying, like, just don't drop people and never talk to them again, right?
No, you
I
just
still have a
change
bunch
the
of people.
access.
Yeah, exactly.
Change the
access to
permissions.
people. Yeah.
Change the settings.
I still, when I run across people that ain't talked to in years, no, hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
How you been?
sure.
How's whoever, whatever. But no, we're not hanging out like we used to back in the day. Like, we're just not, I got other things I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm busy.
it's just a mindset.
Yeah.
Sister Hazel has a song, and it says, if you want to be somebody else, change your mind.
Change your mind, for real.
It's a good,
100%.
it slaps, as the kids would say.
Right. At the end, you said it slaps.
Slaps. Give it a listen. It's from
Is
the
that, is
1900s.
that wait. Is that a new term?
Have you not heard that?
It slaps.
It slaps. Yeah, that's what
Okay.
they say.
So I was in a community circle the other day with my principal and like 4 fifth graders,
Yeah.
all girls, and he was writing notes about what happened, and they was using all these slang words, and he was like, "Wait, what? What does that mean?" And he kept looking at me like, "Mr. Mike, what does that mean?" I was like, "I don't know." Your
Ask
age.
the girls.
Yeah. And they started laughing at us. They was like, "Oh my God, you guys are so 80s." And I was just like,
Oh my God. No, I have the teenagers, and they teach me.
Yeah, it was just funny because it was a community circle, but at the same time, we was all laughing because they kept using all these slang words, and I was like, "What?"
I know. I have to ask the kids,
Wait a
like,
minute.
what does
Like,
that mean?
I need a dictionary because for me to like make this work, I need to know what y'all talking about.
Yeah,
right now.
I keep a note in my phone of what the teenagers say to me. I got my own little dictionary going.
This is funny.
Yes.
Anyways, so at the end of the day, validation will come and it will go. People will clap and people will scroll past. But purpose stays. Purpose grounds you. Purpose gives you meaning to do what you do, even when no one's watching. So maybe the real question isn't who's paying attention. Maybe it's, am I aligned with who I'm becoming? I want to thank Haley for being part of this conversation and going on this journey with us. And to everyone listening, don't chase rewind. Don't chase what looks good. Chase what feels right and lasts. If the applause disappeared tomorrow, purpose will still give you a reason to show up. That's my mic drop.
That's beautiful.
And with that, thank you, Haley. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you always, no, seriously, for always joining me and going on this journey, inspiring me
Oh,
and teaching me all the good stuff.
that's so nice.
And the new words too. We're slapping, y'all. We're slapping.
No, that's
Is
how you
that-
say it.
Is that not what it means?
Be like, oh, this podcast slaps.
This podcast slaps, y'all.
My kids are gonna die. They'll be like, why?
Wow. Until next week, we out.
Bye.